SAMA has its own role as a central bank. In addition to that, SAMA is playing a major role in developing the payment systems for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. About 25 years ago, SAMA had the vision of using technology to develop the banking system in Saudi Arabia and be a catalyst of such a development. Therefore, SAMA have created an entity to take care of this development, working with the banks as partners, and developed a plan and a vision of how can we develop our foundation for financial services. And of course, technology was a major component of that and was enabler for that. So SAMA have predicted that the use of technology will be a driving force for the future. Therefore, a department called Banking Technology Department was created, and a work started with the banks to develop multiple systems, let's say, that will enable the banks to develop their services and the retail business specifically. Therefore, the banks cooperated with SAMA, and we have developed a wonderful infrastructure that supports the current development in the financial services that we see today. Saudi Arabia, the demographics of Saudi Arabia, we have a high percentage of young people. And therefore, we have a high penetration of usage of the smartphones in general. And therefore, the penetration or the usage of the mobile in general in Saudi Arabia is one of the highest in the world. They not only use the mobile for phone calls or games, no, they use it actually to access different services on the internet like the Twitter, the YouTube, and others. And that have actually enabled the service providers to respond to that demand by providing more services, the banking industry to have products and banking apps, etc. Supporting mobile is a necessity now, and we've tracked the mobile as a channel, and we've seen in the last 2-3 years a dramatic increase of people accessing banking services through mobile. And that means that they want services specific to the mobile. So therefore, we have actually responded by developing some plans to encourage the banks to develop mobile apps and mobile services. We are evolving our services to support mobiles. We've seen more people accessing different banking services through their mobile device. So mobile is becoming a major banking channel. In the banking industry in general, we work with the banks, and the banks, they face the customers. So we always do research with the banks. We ask banks to do surveys, collect information. We bring all information in one place and then analyze the information, create workshops around it, and come up with ideas and maybe products to respond to the market needs. So data is becoming very, very important for us as a banking industry to decide what is the next generation of services provided to the consumers. If you don't innovate these days, you're out of the game. Innovation is key, and it's important for all service providers to remain competitive. These technologies are new, and the use of the technology is changing day after day. Not only to become innovative, but also to become agile and to become also fast in responding to customer needs. And that's not easy. This means that the whole organization from inside, from within, it has to adopt more of flexible approach of how to develop new products, how to make decisions, how to analyze data, how to come up with the best way and most efficient ways of providing services. So innovation is a must. Okay, ATM, banks today, they provide lots of services over ATM, and it's probably one of the highest in the world. We counted one day, it's more than 110, 120 different services can be provided through the ATMs. And the ATM is just a channel and interface to a backbone, to infrastructure that is provided to all the banks. So if you go to an ATM and pay your bills, there's a system supporting that. If you go and withdraw from another bank, there's a system supporting that. So people are used to ATMs. People are using ATMs a lot. It's all over the kingdom. It's becoming very, very important in their daily life. However, we want to move people now from ATMs to mobiles by providing some of the services that can be moved to the mobile to provide it in the mobile. For example, bill payment. Bill payment now you can do it over your mobile or the internet or your laptop. You don't have to go to the ATM. People go to the ATM to withdraw cash and then they find other services, so they use it to transact. But ATM remain as one of the major channels for providing banking services in Saudi Arabia. As you know, we operate financial systems, and those systems are very, very critical. You have customer confidentiality there. So banks are very conservative in terms of cloud. However, cloud provides efficiency, easy to use. Whether we like it or not, cloud is happening. Therefore, organizations should be ready to utilize cloud services immediately. For the banking industry, they will probably start with some of the side or non-core activities and utilizing cloud. But if we look cross industries, I think cloud will become one of the major services or one of the basic services. Companies don't have to have a data center and hire professionals. You can get all of the services bundled through the cloud. That is cost efficient, more reliable. And we've started seeing more companies internationally and locally are providing the service. And it reached a certain maturity where we can actually rely on. We have in our operation utilized the cloud in one of our services. It looks interesting because we don't have to buy servers or do the configuration. We can shorten the implementation time frame, and we can create or develop the service much faster than the conventional way of in-house or doing the services yourself. When you use IT, you have to think of the value you're providing to others. When you do an IT, when you do a service using IT, think of the end consumer, what value you're adding to the end consumer. And if you start thinking that way, then you will immediately think of how can I develop that value? How can I add more value to the end consumer? And then that will trigger innovation, that will trigger creativity. And that will open frontiers of how can you utilize technology to contribute more to your society and provide more services. So the IT is enabler to you, but also it's a source of innovation and creativity.